Hi boys and girls, we're here for math again today, and we've gotten down to all the way to the end of our chapter, but we just have two more pages that we're going to do for review. So let's take a look. You should get out page numbers 261 and 262, and today is April 8th. Next slide. Okay, so this is the page we're going to be looking at today. It says Concepts and Skills, Subtract. So we're going to review, it says review up here /test. Now this is not the test, but this is just a review for the test. So the first question says, explain how you found the difference. So what I'm going to do, you can decide how you're going to subtract that first one. Pause the video and go ahead and do it. 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, I'm back. So I chose to do it 56 subtract 4. So I'm going to say, hey, there's more on top, time to stop. So I don't have to go and regroup anything at all. So 6 take away 4 is going to give me 2. 5 take away nothing is 5. And I can even check that, which we used yesterday, by taking the difference, which is the 52, and adding it to the number on the bottom. They call that the subtrahend. It's okay. Just the number on the bottom. And I'm going to add. Remember, I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm going to add 2 plus 4 is 6. 5 plus nothing is 5. So now this is called my sum. And what I found is that those two numbers match. So when I do that, I've checked to make sure that I did it correctly. So now I'm going to write my explanation. Explain how you found the difference. Okay, so that was the technique that I decided to use to make that subtraction problem accurate. I also kind of used mental math because I had to think about it in my head. But that's all you really have to write down. How did you choose to solve that problem? The next one has this really, really important word right here. You can circle it on your page if you want or highlight it. It says round each number to the nearest 10 and then estimate, another really important word, estimate the difference. So I'm going to remember my rounding tools. I'm going to say 78. Let's see, my benchmarks are 70 and 80. So I'm going to think about which one is that closer to. Is 78 closer to 70 or 80? And I'm going to remember that 78 is much closer to 80. So I'm going to write 80 right here. And then I need to do the same thing for 24. 24 is in between 20 and 30. And it's much closer to the 20, so I'm going to round that to 20. So 80 take away 20 is 60. Okay, if you like, you could pause the video right now So you could finish up this one right here. 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, I'm back. 45. Remember, 45 is right smack dab in the middle between 40 and 50. But we all agree that 5s always round up. So that means that 45 rounded to 50. And 33 is closer to 30. Now remember, when you're doing rounding and estimating, you're always just subtracting tens. So those are easy subtraction problems. If I had to think of a way that I subtracted, I would say mental math, because I'm just going to do that in my head. 50 take away 30 is 20. Okay, so I did that review. Great. Then this says, write the numbers in vertical form, subtract. Okay, so am I still doing rounding or estimating? Those of you who are saying no, good job. So I'm going to write very neatly 87 subtract 29. Now I'm going to make sure that I've lined those columns up very neatly. And you notice I left the boxes empty because I'm going to use those. So I recognize that 9 is larger than 7. So that means I can't take away 9 from 7. So I'm going to have to regroup. So I'm going to take one of the 10s here, but I'll have 7 10s left. And then I'm going to change my 7 there to a 17. Now I can finish that problem. 17 take away 9 is 8. 7 take away 2 is 5. Now I want to check again because I'm just getting in the habit of checking, because that's kind of fun because it makes me know for sure that I got it right. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to put 58 plus, remember plus is the opposite of subtract. So I'm going to put 58 plus 29. And I'm going to see what I get there. 9 plus 8 is 17. Hey, didn't we just look at 17 right there? 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 7. No, that's not right. I must have done something wrong. 5 plus 1 is 6, but 6 plus 2 is 8. So my answer does match 87 equals 87, right? This is a part of our review. That's actually, there's going to be a question on the test, and you need to be really careful because you're going to be doing subtract, 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 boom, add. And what you'll notice is if you try to subtract on that one, you're going to look for the answer and you're going to go, hey, the answer's not here. Check what it said to do. Did it say to subtract or add? I think that might be on the 3rd page. So be careful on that one. So what I'm doing is adding here. 6 plus 5 is 11. 1 plus 5 plus 1 is 7. And then I'm going to make sure I do the cents sign. And then this one right here is subtract. I'm going to do a little arrow there to subtract. This one was add. Okay, so 2 take away 4. Can you take 4 away from 2? No. So what I'm going to do is go over here, make this 7 into a 6, make this 2 into a 12. 12 take away 4 is 8. 6 take away 3 is 3. And then I'm going to say the cents sign again. And then I want to do that checking thing because I'm really enjoying checking. 38 plus 34. Let's see what I get. I'm going to do adding, right? So 8 plus 4 is 12. I'm going to put my 1 up here with a little plus sign. And then I'm going to say 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 3 is 7. Hey, those match. So it looks like I got it right. Okay, down here it says subtract and then add. Oh, I enjoy that because that's what I've been doing. So once again, I'm going to have to regroup. Make that an 8. You could pause the video and then you could do it on your own and see if your answers match mine. And then I'm going to say that's not a 4 anymore, that's a 14. You know, one of the things a really good math teacher taught me is when you do your cross outs, like when I cross that out and I cross that out, I always make my cross outs the same way because I don't have to think about it. Okay, I'm always going to go like that. So it's just one less thing to have to, let's see, should I go this way? Should I go that way? Just do it the same way all the time. And it doesn't matter. If you go that way, that's fine. Just do it that way all the time. Here we go. 14 take away 7 is 7. 8 take away 3 is 5. Oh, my favorite number, 57. So now I'm going to do my adding to check. 57. And then I'm going to do that bottom number down there, 37. Oh, and look, I have a double. Doubles are fun. 7 plus 7 is 14. Hey, didn't we just talk about 14 right there? 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 3 is 9. So you should have gotten 94 equals 94. Oh, good, we get to do regrouping again because an 8 is bigger than a 1. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to make that 9 sets of 10 become 8 sets of 10. And then I'm going to take that 1 set of 10 that I have and I'm going to add the 1, so that makes that 11. 11 take away 8 is 3. 8 take away nothing is 83. So then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put 83 plus 8. And once again, 8 plus 3 is 11. Hey, there's that 11 right there too. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus nothing is 9. So that's 91. I noticed that down at the bottom of that page, there's another problem. It says Rhonda has 3 quarters. She buys a toy horse for 56 cents. How much money does Rhonda have left? So I'm going to remember that 3 quarters, you can hardly see it down here. 3 quarters is 75 cents. She spent 56 cents. Oh, it seems to me like we were doing money a long time ago. So 75 take away 56 equals, and that's going to be the amount she has left. I'm going to make that go up and down because I'm really better when the problems go up and down. 75 take away 56. And I've lined up my columns. Oh, can I take a 6 away from a 5? I can't. So I'm going to regroup. That's 7 sets of 10. But I'm going to take 1 set of 10 and add it to the 5 that is there. And I'm going to make that 15. Now I can do it. 15 take away 6 is 9. 6 take away 5 is 1. And then I'm going to add back the cent symbol because that reminds me that we're doing a problem that's all about money. So let's see what the next thing says here. So you're going to do these 2 pages, 261 and 262. We just did that first one, page 261. And I'm going to erase, erase, erase. So I hope you saw those answers. If not, you could rewind the video and look again. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Oopsie. These are some nice pictures that got sent to me. Okay. If you would like, you can see a video by one of my favorite people, Mr. DeMeo, and he has a funny video about doing subtraction. And that's at that link right there that you could pull up. But we're going to look at the next page. So this has only 4 more problems for you to do. And what I'm going to do is just give you some basic ideas of what might help you with these. First of all, you want to make sure that you count up your money. And remember, we always count from the largest coin first. So that's a quarter and that's a quarter, so I know that's 50 cents. I'm going to write 50 right there. Those are 2 dimes. So I'm going to say that's 20 cents and that's a nickel. So all together, what Pam has is 75 cents. Because I'm going to go 50 plus 20 is 70 plus 5 is 75. 75 cents. And she buys that cool little toy for 71 cents. So you're going to have to do that subtraction problem and figure out what the answer is. And I'm going to write cents right there. And I'm going to write cents right there. Okay. Keep in mind here on this one, they're asking you for the sum, which means you need to add. So 5 plus 3 plus 6, we're going to let you guys figure that out, guys and gals. And then this one is another subtraction problem, which is the difference. So it looks like you're going to have to do some regrouping again because you can't take 5 away from 4. And one of my favorites at the very end, it has that special word again. It has the word round, and then it also has the word estimate. So I remember if I'm rounding and I'm estimating, I'm going to be subtracting tens. So 78 rounded. Let's see, the benchmarks are 70 and 80. Which one is it closer to? You're right, it's closer to 80. And then this one, it's in between 10 and 20. So if I had $12 and I wanted to round off how much money I had, I would say, oh, I have about 10 because 12 is much closer to 10. So I'm going to erase that and I'm going to say my new problem is 80 take away 10. And I'm going to let you figure out what the answer is. Okay? So, okay. Pause the video. 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, I'm back. So you should have marked this one. You should have marked this one, 84, because that's 8 plus 6 is 14. 7 plus 1 is 8. And then this one, you should have marked 69. You should have gone like this. Oh, I didn't make those very straight, huh? Right? And then, of course, 80 take away 10 is 70. Okay, so that's to get you ready for the math test. However, there is one more thing. Erase, erase, erase. There is a PowerPoint on RenWeb Documents that you could use to review a little bit more. It is called Chapter 13 Test Review. So you should be able to find that and do that. In the meantime, what I've done is I pulled up one of the hardest problems on that PowerPoint, because you're going to have a question like that on the test. And I forgot to erase a little bit. And it's a word problem. So it says, Carrie has 4 quarters. She buys 2 pencils that cost 30 cents each. What number sentence shows how to find how much money Carrie has left? Now, one of the things you want to consider, this is a 2-part problem. You can't just solve it with one step. Oopsie. We are in a different view. There we go. Sorry. Okay. So you want to make sure that you remember there are 2 pencils. The most common mistake that students make on this problem is they say, okay, 4 quarters. Okay, I know that's 100 pennies, right? And the pencils cost 30 cents. So I'm going to say 100 take away 30, right? Wrong, because she bought 2 pencils. So this one was 30 cents and this one was 30 cents. So you have to do a really quick doubles problem, and 30 plus 30 is 60. So we're going to say 100 take away 60. And if you want, you can put the decimal point and the dollar sign. And I bet, oops, decimal point's in the wrong spot. Now it's in the right spot. $1 take away 60 cents is really a subtraction with tens, right? So it's really what our basic fact is. What is 10 take away 6, right? So I'm going to push the button. And there's our answer down at the bottom. $1 take away 60 cents is 40 cents. So hopefully that's helpful for you. And my little owl friend is going to help out here. And I'm going to show you the last slide. Take the test. When you take the test, make sure you have clearly written your name on your paper. Teachers love that. Make sure you do it. Make sure it's a habit. Technically, I sing to my students. Bong, 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 name, number, date. So if you put your name and your number and the date, that would be wonderful. And then have an adult, when you're all done with the test, look at the paper to check for completeness. Did you show your work on every problem? If not, go back and show your work. And then the next thing I have for you is a little suggestion. It's a video. And it's my good friend, Mr. DeMeo again. After the test, you can practice counting by 2s with Mr. DeMeo, if you like. You don't have to, but you can. And that's the link right there. And if you like counting by 2s, you'll really like counting by 3s. So it's up to you, but enjoy and have fun taking your test. Math, gotta love it.